Yeah.
Head into your house, dude. Almost there. Just a little crooked, I think. Maybe not. You know what, Sam? It's starting to warm up pretty fast in here today, isn't it? Stop. You got boogers in your eyes. You get it. Oh, that is this kind of gross, huh? Come here. Oh, yeah. Down dog. How about up dog? Come here. So, get hugs. Hugs. Oh, knock this over her. You don't got no thumbs. I gotta get that door, okay? You know the deal, man. Things that I get to do is go walk. All right? So you want your antler, take a nap, be handsome. Right? All right. That'll work. Rude. Do we got an Amy in the house? It looks like. I think so. We got an Amy's there. Hey, mama.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Did you have a good press this morning?
Say what?
Did you have a good press this morning?
Well, it was good, but the attendance was absolutely zero.
Oh. Well,
you know, I went through this. I did this 4 years ago in another small town in Texas, Bernie, and it's weeks. It's weeks and weeks of nobody, one, maybe two, nobody, and then all of a sudden, one or two bring a couple with them, and things start to flow. So it's just a long time since I've done any part of it. So it's all right. It's okay. You know, I knew this old dude out in the desert. He said a lot of really weird shit, but he said some smart things. And he said, you know what, no matter what happens, okay if it is, okay if it isn't. That was kind of this thing he taught me. He taught me that before I ever understood it being written in Bhagavad Gita. So I kind of remind myself of that often. Okay if it is, okay if it isn't. Yogasta Rutarman. Hey, I better set this view to spotlight before I forget. Okay. So I got the spotlight view set now, so you all will have your privacy. There was a few minutes there that I didn't have it set, so whoops. Dude, we got antler powder all over. Man, we getting after that one. So they can spray with bacon. Oh, hey, Sue. Good morning, Rhonda.
Hello.
Wow. something happened because normally my watch and my computer are within a minute of each other, and now they are 5 minutes different. That's interesting. All right, well, I'm going to go off the computer time. I think I trust it a little more. So we got a few minutes just to let people arrive.
Steve, can you hear me?
Say that again.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Hi. This is my first time joining today, but I recently broken my ankle, so I'm just going to see how I go.
Okay. I tell you what. Make you a deal. Do what you can do. What you cannot do, don't do. And understand that every bit that you do will nourish you. Okay?
I agree. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, no, there ain't no rules saying that you got to do every pose. I don't think there's any such thing as picture perfect pose. So, just let your teacher, your experience, that's your teacher. Let it and your partner, your body, kind of guide you along, and I'll just offer some suggestions along the way.
Happy days.
Good morning. It's Rhonda. I just wanted to say I might be a little slow today. My allergies are in full force, so I'm fine.
No problem.
Okay. I just heard what you said, so I just wanted to let you know.
That song by that band Nirvana, Come As You Are.
One of my favorites.
All right, people popping in. We got Ethel. Good morning. Hey, Patty. And Jeanette. Unforgettable name. That is so cool. Reminds me of Anjanias and Crescent Pose.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. I got this really interesting mix of aromas. I threw some peppermint oil in the doodad over there, and I'm burning a little sandalwood, and I don't think I've mixed those two before. I think I like it. It's all right. We got, I would say, maybe 2-3 minutes till go time. So the things like blocks, towels, beverages, we'll have those handy if you wish. And Jeanette, that's a pretty cool view you got in the background there. Sunny day, blue sky, nice, full, big tree. That is pretty nice. And puppy dog, your perro. One minute remaining. I'm just going to start muting people out one by one, but you have some sort of emergency that you need to unmute yourself, you can do so. Or you can always shoot in the messages in chat box, whatever you need. Yeah, cool. And then I know I mentioned before we've had a few more arrivals. Before too long here, how about set your view to speaker view, please? And yeah, that covers the checklist. So how about we get going? Happy Monday morning to you all. Welcome. And I do have this set up in a manner, if you're not familiar, if you haven't been here before, I set the Zoom room up in a way asking you to have it on speaker view so that when I record this, the only thing that it's really picking up is me. That being what it is. I ask you to turn your camera on in order for me to help be in the room with you so I can best serve you, but that is not, no rules, right? Ultimately, you make final choice on what you do. So that's up to you if you wish to have your camera on or off. Let's get going in a child's pose, please. If you're not familiar with child's pose, it's just a real leisurely grounded pose. You can go to hands and knees and just push your seat back towards your heels. You take your arms out in front of you or sweep them down along your ribs. Just let your arms go where it feels correct. And that's really what it's about. What does it feel? There's no yoga journalist photographer here. So don't even worry what it looks like. Just feel it. Everything you do, feel. Just start to sweep aside distractions. Like, I don't know, smartphones, smart watches. About thoughts of schedules, task lists, taxes, current events, genders, bank accounts, skin colors, all the things. About just kind of let them become an ambient sort of deal. And we got a way of doing that. It involves your breath. So just a suggestion, if you would, begin to breathe through your nose, lips together, jaw soft, teeth not touching, air spilling in and out through your nostrils. If that doesn't work for you, you can breathe through your mouth, but if you can do nose, that's great. Next suggestion, let the breath cycle be full capacity. Like inhales fill you up. You're filling a balloon to stretching, like the bursting point, load up on the air. And exhaling, complete exhale so the balloon is just flat and floppy. And then finally down there, just smooth it out. Just make the breath fluid and even, seamless, just smooth. Maybe picture like calm beach waves. They come in, they go out, they have this steady tempo. And I mean calm beach, no storm, no crashing, just a smooth movement, in and out. If it's appropriate, allow your eyes to close. And now this breath begins to open the door, to slide you into yoga, the actual yoga. It's a concentration. This breath isn't normal. It requires focused concentration. And that steady drip of concentration begins to flow into a stream called meditation. And that right there is the yoga of yoga. Without that, we're just doing Eastern calisthenics, which is okay. Well, we're here, might as well quiet the mind a little bit while we're at it. No rules. A couple boundaries. One is safety. If I offer a suggestion that does not feel right, your discernment, cognition, intuition says no. You feel pain, that means to modify or to simply discard the suggestion. But ultimately, that's you. Second boundary is calmness. You know where your calmness is at by the condition of your breath. When the breath ceases to become smooth, fluid, deep, steady, just take a beat, come back to breath, and then join right back in. Like brushing your teeth. You skip a pose, no big deal. Brushing teeth, you might miss a tooth. Nothing to have apoplectic meltdown about. You just catch that tooth next time, right? And now in this quiet mind state, it's just getting started. Let's start adding some creative shapes and movements to it. How about tuck your toes under? And if they're not already there, reach your arms out in front of you, palms down, and a little pressure in the palms, a little pressure in the balls of your feet. Begin to lift your knees, pressing your seat up and back. First active pose called downward facing dog. You want fancy Sanskrit? Sure. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Or just getting a nice stretch with my butt in the air and my head down low. Your knees are a little bent. That's appropriate. You know, first down dog of the day, possibly. Just straighten legs and push out of the back of them until you get a sensible notification of that's enough. And I know sometimes we want to look forward, and I don't know why, but sometimes there's that tendency. How about just let your head hang? Take a look at your belly button, or maybe thighs. Let the neck be long and soft. And start to think about the motion of your breath, how an inhale lengthens and extends your lungs, and an exhale contracts your lungs. There's a clue to that. We'll get into that some more. Take one more deep breath. Now exhale, bring your right knee to the mat, directly below your right hip. Rotate your left foot flat, the sole of left foot pressed against the planet. Lean into your right hand and then inhale, roll open your left arm to the sky. It's just a nice baby arm balance. Now, while you're here, let it inhale, open and lengthen you. And as you exhale, press into the grounded hand, your right palm, and the sole of your left foot. Inhales, extend, exhales, contract. How about this? Drop your left bicep over your left ear. Start reaching your left fingertips to infinity. As you're pressing left foot, just reach left hand, roll left chest open until it feels nice, until it feels sweet. Take a breath. Exhale, bring left hand back up to 12 o'clock. On this inhale, perhaps open a little bit more like you're spreading wings. And breathe out. Bring your left hand down through the mat, both hands on the mat, and just lift your left leg up behind you. Kind of like you're going to put the heel of your left foot on a wall back there, yeah? Lean into your left hand and reach your right arm forward. Bicep somewhere by your ear. Thumb up, pinky down. Now here you go. How about inhales? Reach arm and leg away from each other. Reach and lift to personal degree. And your exhale, you can press into your left palm and feel how that ignites your left pectoral muscle, the back muscle of your arm called tricep, maybe something in wrist and forearm, maybe some shoulder deltoid muscle. Just flirt with this. Point your nose at the mat. There's really nothing to look at here. Just let the neck be long. The breath be steady and the face be soft. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, set it on the mat. We just gonna switch. Keep your left knee under your left hip and step your right foot back, toes to the mat. Ground your right foot. The sole of foot comes into contact with planet. Lean into your left hand and just take a big inhale. Spread open. Right hand goes up to the sky. We're just getting the first taste of some balance here. Giving the body a little notification so it can kind of make its way into this groove. It takes a little patience, a little compassion, a little acceptance. Now we can drop our right arm over our right ear. You can stay where you're at. You got options, but if you decide to drop your arm over your ear, start reaching right fingertips towards the front wall as you press into the sole of your right foot. And remember how the lungs expand on inhale and they contract on exhale. Bring the body into that dance. It's all going to start moving together. It just takes a little patience. Take a breath, reach. Exhale, right hand back up. Now on inhale, spread your wings, open your heart to personal degree. Breathe out, bring right hand to the mat and just lift your right leg up behind you, long, sweet. Your left arm will reach forward, bicep somewhere by your left ear. And as you're lengthening with inhales and pressing with exhales, kind of take notice of what your right hip is doing. Is it cocked up in the sky? Is it down even with your left hip? And just play with that a little bit. Notice subtle changes in sensation here. Pelvic floor, core, the core, not just belly, but around the belt, around the sides and the back. Just feel that. Pressing into that grounded palm, feel some chest and shoulder and upper arm. One more inhale to just find a little more length, a little more lift, maybe millimeter. Exhale, set it all on the mat. And just walk both feet back to upper push-up position, plank pose. Now, did you know, anytime you're in this plank pose, if it's a little too intense, you can lower your knees and still be in plank. Same benefits, same muscle, just adjusting intensity. You decide how much sensation you want to. But whether your knees are up or down, don't matter. Start pressing into your palms. Let shoulder blades spread. A little concave in chest, convex in back. Try to lift hips, even with shoulders. You'll feel that, a little belly action there. Yeah. Ooh. Inhale, bring shoulders over or beyond wrists. Now exhale, bend your elbows. We're going to come down steady and controlled. Let biceps brush your ribs on the way down. Come all the way flat to the mat. Leave your hands where they're at. Release the toes of your feet, toenails to the mat. On an inhale, press into your palms, straightening your arms as much as you can without lifting your thighs. It's called cobra. Exhale, come back down, let chin touch mat. Inhale, another one of those sweet back bends. We're going to do 5 in a row. Exhale, come on back down. Inhale, press through your cobra. Glutes are soft, loose. Strawberry jelly on warm toast. Don't need to clench for nothing. Exhale, come back down. I think that was third one. How about another one? Inhale, let spine bend. Pull shoulders out of ear holes. You don't hear me. Exhale, come back down, chin touch. Now inhale, come back up to cobra, something moderate, because we're going to hang out here for 5 breaths. And while you're here, explore, investigate. You can dig into flesh of your palms to lengthen the low abdomen flesh. And just take a look with mind's eye at your glutes. Are they soft or are they clenched up? Roll shoulder blades down in the back pockets. These are all suggestions for simple refinements. One more breath here. Exhale, lower your chest, chin to the mat. Tuck your toes. Same exhale, push the plank. Same exhale, down dog pose. So yeah, we have plank, cobra, plank, down dog. That's called a vinyasa. or just a real fancy word for nothing more than push-up. That's a full push-up. We're going to do that a number of times, and they're going to add up. But you don't have to do push-up. You can always go cobra to down dog. You have that option. Let's keep this dance moving. We're going to do some stuff. Take a breath. Push away with your palms. Lift tailbone. And then exhale. Just start walking your feet to your hands. Just first time through. Just little steps, 6-inch increments. Every time a foot steps forward, press into heel. Get some Achilles tendon, that rope on the back of your ankle. As you make your way forward, you might want to come up on fingertips. Once your feet are at your hands, keep hands down low, shins or floor. On inhale, come up to fingertips, lengthen your spine flat and glance forward. Now keep a long spine, exhale, bring chest towards thighs, head down low. Open arms like jet airplane wings, sweat back, inhale. Flat back, come all the way up to standing. Top of your inhale, fingertips are up high. Interlace them and flip your palms to the sky. Exhale, just take a little bend to the right. We're going to do more than once, so no worries. Take your time. Moderation. Inhale, come back center. Breathing out, just take a little bend to the left. Nothing extreme. Just feel the right side of your body opening. See each rib space get just a little bit wider. Yeah? Now breathe in. Come up center. Reach out through ribs. Fingertips go so high. Maybe back bend. Now exhale. Take the forward fold. But don't flop. Float with intention. Using back muscles to lower down. Hands down low, inhale, glance forward, little length here. Breathing out, palms on mat, step or hop the plank, same exhale, lower all the way down. Good. Inhale, come to that cobra. We just practiced it 5 times. Exhale, chin touch, toes tuck, push the plank to down dog pose. That is called Ashtanga warm-up number 1, Surya Namaskar. We just added a couple side bends, simple, unimpressive, but sure feels nice. Let's do it again. Now, this time, maybe try to breathe with me and move over the entire action of breath. Inhale, tilt tailbone high, press hands. Exhale, step or quietly hop your feet to your hands. That means soft, like you're landing on an egg. Inhale, glance forward, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Arms wide, airplane wings, flat spine. Inhale, come up, stand, reach high, interlace fingers, flip palms. Exhale, bending to the right, opening left side body. Inhale, come center, reach, lengthen. Exhale, bend left, let the right side of the body get a nice groove. Inhale, come on back to the center, reach fingertips high. Exhale, now fold. Again, there's no gravity. This is all muscle, lowering under control. Inhale, glance out, lengthen. Exhale, palms down to plank. Same exhale, come on down. If you're feeling adventurous, you can go halfway down to a chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. It's cobra, or you can straighten arms to up dog. It's cool. Exhale, let your chin touch, but not the chest. Press into palms, into plank, into down dog. Oh, that's enough of that. Let's move on. Take a breath, fill your tailbone up, and then exhale, step or hop your feet to your hands. And now again, let's just glance out on an inhale. Just lengthen your spine. Lots of spine lengthen. Exhale, fold. Put your hands on the mat, even if you have to bend your knees. On an inhale, start to lift your left leg behind you. And once it lifts off, you find a height that's sensible. I never said as high as you can, as high as it takes to feel some sweetness. A little contraction in the glutes. Maybe a little stretch in hip, hamstring, pelvic floor. Now you can play with straightening the legs. The lifted leg, lengthen it. The standing leg, lengthen it. You can maybe put your left hand where your left foot once was. How about right hand? Maybe grab the back of your right ankle and use some bicep to pull your face towards your shin. Again, suggestions. You find your standing split. One more breath. Exhale, lower your left foot back down next to right foot, and then just immediately on the inhale, begin lifting your right leg behind. Same process. Find your height based on your sensation. Once you find the height, you start playing with extension and lengthening. We go to pose, we scan for spaces that we can open, we make adjustments and refinements to open the spaces, and then we just take a breath or two while our mind hangs out in those spaces. One more breath. Exhale, lower right foot down, left to left, next to left foot. Ooh. Inhale, glance forward, straighten legs. Exhale, bend your knees, come up on toes, sit on heels. Just kind of a creative little way to touch feet. If you're all right with it, you can put your palms together at your heart, or you can keep your hands on the floor. It's just a toe balancing squat. And from here, we can do a little something. We can interlace our fingers and reach our arms up, bringing biceps behind ears maybe. And as you inhale, just start reaching palms high as you sit butt low. And while balancing on toes, maybe subtle glance up. One more inhale. Exhale, bring hands to the mat as you lower your heels, straighten your legs. Ooh, once again, fold it forward. Uttanasana. Open your legs. How about the shoulders width? Yeah? And then here, how about this? Take your first two fingers and grab a hold of your big toes. If you need a little knee bend, it's okay. In fact, you can go ahead and just everybody bend knees a little bit. Hook your toes. Now just drop your head, pull your belly button to your spine. Now start playing with straightening each leg to personal degree. Once you have them both to where it feels right, take a breath, glance forward with straight elbows. Now keep the length and bend your elbows, exhale, and use biceps to pull into this fold here, sensibly, moderately. Moderation. We ain't chasing nothing, and we sure as hell ain't running away from anything. We're just being right there in the sensible spot. Couple breaths here. Feel this. Neck is soft. Head down low. Ooh. Now, release your hands. Inhale, glance forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, plant your palms to plank and lower with control. A little muscular strength as you lower. The gravity don't apply to the lower. It's all muscle. Inhale for a back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. And just put a little bit more weight into your left foot so that when you breathe in, you can lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, crunch your right knee across your body towards your left elbow and just hold it there for, I don't know, 2 or 3 breaths. And just hold there and kind of ask yourself, what the heck is the muscle holding my leg here? When do I ever use this muscle? Well, right now, certainly, maybe not the rest of the day. Inhale, take your right leg back up. Now exhale, step your right foot up towards your right thumb. On an inhale, bring torso, shoulders, and arms straight up. Crescent Pose. Let's just investigate this a little bit, shall we? Push your right hip forward as you push your left hip forward as you push your left heel away, so that you're straightening your left leg and really rotating pelvis to front. And then use the bend of your right knee to bring your left knee towards the mat without bending left knee. That means you got to bend the right one. And we're just throwing some fire on your right thigh. Ooh. With Crescent Pose, you can inhale and take a little back bend. That might be appropriate. Now let's exhale, rotate torso to the right wall and open your arms wide. And I bet the left knee bent a little bit. That's okay. It's a challenge. But feel lengthening along left torso. And maybe look at your right thumb. See what does the balance. Inhale. Come back forward, up through Crescent Pose. Breathe out. Ground your left foot. Arms wide. Chest to left wall. It's called Warrior 2. Take a couple breaths here. How about reach? Right knee and left hand away from each other. Notice how that lengthens and elevates your spine. Fingertips reaching away, shoulders are soft. How about tuck tailbone under a little bit? See what kind of sensation that creates. Drop your left hand to your outer left thigh. Rotate right palm up. Inhale, bring your right hand straight to the ceiling. Transition breath, exhale, reach the right hand over towards back wall. Chest is still squared to left wall. Left hand might have slid down the outside of your left leg a little bit. Keep pushing right knee forward. Let a little more fire land on it. Inhale, come back to that Warrior 2, prior pose. Exhale, put your right forearm on your right thigh. Your left arm is straight up to the sky. Now here you go. We'll call this bell pepper. If you would like to elevate it to a jalapeno, bring your right hand down to the floor inside of your right foot. Keep pushing your right knee forward. If you would like habanero, put your right hand on the outside of your right foot. Yeah? All right. Whichever level of intensity, sensation you're at, bring your left arm over your left ear and start reaching your left fingertips towards the front wall as you simultaneously press the sole of your left foot into the mat. Roll left chest and left thigh. Roll them open. They might only move a centimeter. That's plenty. If your hand is on the floor, push knee into arm, arm into knee. All of that engaged. So right now, everything is sort of on fire, right? Take a big breath. Exhale. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Come up on left toe. No, scratch that. Leave your left foot flat. Inhale, come up, arms high, Warrior 1. Exhale, straighten your right leg. I know, yes. Kind of nice. Open your arms wide like wings, chest to left wall. Inhale, reach your right arm way out beyond right toes. Breathe out, lower right hand down the right shin or ankle. Oh, hey, you Ashtangis in the room, I know you want to grab your big toe, but can you do so without compromising, without forcing? Do so in honor of sensation. So triangle pose, find the spaces. Maybe push pelvis towards the side wall you're looking at. Pull shoulders towards that wall that at the back of your head. And just breathe here, a couple breaths, feel. And maybe you understand that just a moment ago, you wanted nothing more than to bend your or straighten your right knee, yeah? And now you're kind of wondering, I don't know. I think I want to bend it again. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower your left hand down to the mat. We're going to walk our hands to the left side of the mat as we point all 10 toes to the left wall. Place your hands on your hips, catch you a flat back. On an inhale, come right up, shoulders over hips. Open your arms out wide. Turn your toes away from each other, and then exhale. Bend your knees up to 90 degrees. Up to 90 degrees. With knees bent, inhale, reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, and flip your palms to the ceiling. And if you're feeling like you wish to have a little more intensity, exhale, lift your heels off the mat. Press into metatarsals, your balls of your feet. All options here. They're all optional. You find your pose. Now you got an opportunity to investigate this because you get 5 breaths here. We're only on the second one. But how about steady breaths, quiet mind, indulge in this sensation because the time is very short. Inhale, release your palms, straighten your legs, heels down. Feet parallel, exhale, fold forward. Come all the way forward. Drop your head, pull your belly button in, hands down, low. And just look at the mat. Put your right hand on the mat in front of your chin, your nose. Breathe in, open your left hand up to the sky. Breathe out. Drop your left hand behind your back. And if you can hook those fingertips to the top of your right thigh, do so. Your left hand will now help keep your right hip in place as you take your right hand around the front of your left ankle and get a hold of something. With a soft neck, with the left hand bracing right hip. Take a breath. Exhale. Right bicep bends elbow and starts bringing right nipple towards left knee. Yeah. How about that? That's kind of nice, right? So get a couple breaths here. Dwell in. And I promise you, you look awesome. Release these bind. Let go of ankle, let go of thigh, bring hands down the middle. On in. Inhale, come up, shoulders over hips, arms wide, point left toes to back of mat. Exhale, bend left knee. Not even missing the beat. Inhale, rotate torso to back of room, arms up high. Right foot still flat. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Come up on right toes. Lean into your right hand, inhale, open your left hand up high. It's just a different twist, right? We twisted the one way with the thigh to our back, and now we're twisting the other way with the thigh to our chest on the opposite side. It's groovy. Take another breath. Exhale, lower your left hand, lower your right knee. Move hips back, straighten your left leg. It's called a half a split. You want fancy word? Here you go. Ardha Hanumanasana. And just maybe walk hands forward instead of backwards. Pull breastbone towards that big left toe. And you decide how deep you want to go into this split. Your hamstring will tell you. How about use left hip? Pull back left hip to straighten left leg. Now, inhale, bend your left knee, lean, press in the palms, pull your chest forward, lift your right knee, straighten your right leg. Exhale, step your left foot back to plank, continue to exhale, lower with control. Take big inhale into Cobrasana. Exhale, chin touch, press away, down dog. We're still moving and grooving. Leaning into your right heel, your right foot a little bit. Just let your left leg inhale up. 3-leg dog. And so our left leg is in the sky. How about we exhale, bring our left knee across our body towards our right elbow. And while we're there, we're probably never going to be here again today. So flirt, explore, look, observe. Figure out what the heck is holding your knee where it's at. And probably you understand why you don't hold it there all that often. Inhale, bring left leg right back on up high. Now exhale, step it through. Inhale, come up, shoulders, torso, arms up. It's called Crescent Pose. We're going to be here for a beat and a half, maybe 2 beats. So press right hip forward, right heel away, lengthen right leg. And use the bend of your left knee to figure out how close or how far your right knee should be from the mat. You're gonna know. Sensation will say, ooh, right there, challenging, but not overwhelming, intense, but not painful. And if you wish to inhale into a back bend in this resting, do so right now. Now breathe out. Rotate your torso to the left as you open your arms wide. You got your right hand reaching out the same direction as left knee. You got your left hand reaching back the same direction as right heel. Right knee might have bent a little bit. That's all right. Now, inhale, come back forward, arms up. Exhale, flatten your right foot, straighten your left leg. Rotate your torso to the right, arms come wide, and inhale, take left hand way out beyond your left toes. Breathe out, the left hand coming on down. Just take it down with some control to one of those left extremities there. Should be leg, but where at on leg? I don't know. You decide. Your right hand is up high. That bind we used in the forward fold a little while ago, you can do that here. You can actually drop your right arm behind your back and use the fingertips to hook a hold of your left thigh way up high. And now the right arm is like an arm bar. You can push into sacrum as you draw shoulders away. You see how that lengthens out your torso there? Isn't that cool? Now you bring your right arm back up. Your gaze is going to challenge your balance. You can look at your right hand, but how about one big inhale here? I mean, like rip off a bong, big inhale. Now exhale, bring right hand down to the mat. How about inhale? How about inhale, take your left hand up. I don't remember if we did that on the other side, but it seems like a good idea right now. It's just a revolved triangle. Now we're only going to get 2 beats here because I don't think we did it on the other side. Maybe we did. Exhale, bring left hand down. How about we walk our hands right down around the side here, okay? So now we're hanging out down between legs. Feet are parallel. Let's go ahead and heel toe, walk your feet about 23.5 degrees in closer than what they were. And if you didn't nail it, that's all right. We're going to dial it in. Bend your knees so that you're like sitting in a chair, maybe butt, same height as knees. And start letting your torso come down between your thighs. Open arms wide like wings to get them out of the way. And now let's get the exact distance of feet. Just move them closer or further, wherever you need to go to let your inner thighs squeeze your outer ribs. All right? And if you don't mind, start squeezing now. Go ahead and squeeze. Bring biceps to the ears. Start reaching fingertips and tailbone away from each other. Nose is pointed directly at the mat. You don't need to look at nothing else. Squeeze side of ribs as you breathe deeply. Face calm. One more big breath of air. Exhale, turn heels in, bend knees, and continue to squat down. Elbows inside your thighs, palms together, thumbs at heart. Whoa. How about just a couple breaths here and use elbows to leverage the opening of your hips, right? You can lower your thumbs right down to square sternum. It's going to push elbows away. It's going to open your hips a little bit, but only to your degree. And then inhale, reach arms up, fingertips going one way. Here's something, pop your butt out like twerking, point tailbone away. See if you can find a little curve of spine. Top of inhale, maybe clamps up. Exhale, hands to the mat, straighten the legs, feet parallel. Come on down deep. Open your feet back up to that original width. I think it was maybe about 5 feet. I don't know. Your width. And now left hand, just place it on the mat, right there below nose, chin. And you're just gonna open your right hand up to the sky. On an inhale. And you can drop your right arm around your back and hook the top of your thigh. Just some way to kind of help brace your left hip, because your left hand is now going to reach around the front of your right ankle. Good. And now use a little strength of bicep to exhale, pulling opposite nipple to opposite knee. Just pull into this and get some length and some stretch. But the neck is soft, head is just hanging. Release that, and come around the middle. Come back to the middle. Hands on the hips. Inhale. Come on up. Open arms wide. Turn right toes to the front of room. Exhale. Bend your right knee. Only for a moment, because we're going to breathe in. Rotate torso to front of room. Reach arms high. Exhale. Put your hands on the mat. Come up on left toes and take a breath as you open your right arm up. It's like a lunge, but you kind of look like a dragonfly here, right? And if your knee is running across the room, try to bring it on in. It's going to flop open a little bit, but at some point it becomes a totally different pose. So this steady it on in there. One more big breath of air. Exhale. Bring right hand down to the mat. Lower your left knee, and then just draw your hips back as you straighten your right leg. Heel down, toes up. And then you can start walking your hands forward as you're inhaling, lengthening. Breastbone goes towards the big toe of your right foot. And as you're exhaling, contracting, fold into this. And notice how if you pull your right hip back, it just kind of gives a little enhancement to the sensation there, right? Here's something. How about contract your thigh, that straight leg thigh, and see if that releases some hamstring for you. Inhale, bending right knee. Continue to bring breastbone forward. Feel left thigh stretch. Exhale. Straighten your left leg. Come up on left toes. Take a breath as you step your right foot back to plank. Now breathe out and lower on down. Come on down. Inhale. Get your cobra. Back bend. Exhale, chin touch, push the plank to down dog pose. Good. Just going to do a little one leg balance, so kind of a tutorial. We often in these flows we'll do an airplane balance. You know, we're standing on one leg and flying through the air. But we always just go right to it. How about we play with this a little bit? So we're in the down dog. Take your right foot up on an inhale. And then just step it through on an exhale. And just scooch your left foot up a little bit. Bring it up 5 centimeters, 2 inches. And inhale, come up to a crescent pose. But we're just not going to be super deep in this crescent. It's more shallow. Square hips, just kind of find some stability here. Take another breath, reaching. As you exhale, sweep your arms back like a jet airplane and fold your torso halfway forward. Take one breath here. Pull your chest forward. Reach fingers back. Lengthen arms. Now exhale. Stand strong into your right leg. Come up standing on right leg with left foot just 2 inches off the mat. You're not up high. Right here, you are now in airplane balance, but a modified version. You are balancing. You are flying. Now it's up to you to decide how close to that parallel do you want to bring your torso and leg. You play with this because you're here for 5 breaths. So maybe you bring torso towards horizontal as you're lifting left leg. And if you've gotten to that point, now lengthen breastbone a little more and lift arms higher than everything, higher than hips, higher than leg. And I think we're just about at 5 breaths. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower hands to mat. Left leg is still lifting, so take a breath. And here, push into your palms and exhale. Hop your right foot back, lower your left foot down the plank. Continue to exhale, come all the way down or halfway down. Take a breath into a back bend. And let your exhale groove you on into down dog. If you want to throw a push-up in there, by all means. And the same thing, just a little dissection of airplane balance on the other side. Inhale, take your left leg up. Now breathe out and step it through. And before we go anywhere, how about scoot your right foot up just a little bit. We don't need deep crescent here. This is not what it's about. Inhale, come on up now, crescent pose. Torso up, arms up. And while you're here, just kind of square things. You know, we want to set the stability, the alignment. We don't need mirrors. Feel it. Now, next exhale, sweep your arms back, jet airplane as you bring torso just halfway forward. You kind of use mind's eye to feel like torso and right leg are one long ramp, like skateboard ramp, right? Now, take a breath, roll shoulders back, pull breastbone forward, reach fingertips back towards right heel. Breathe out, just stand up into your left leg. Your right foot is going to come up a couple inches. And you're now in an airplane balance. You're there, congratulations. Now it's up to you to find your degree of airplane. Right now, you're like an airplane gaining altitude, going up, 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 up. And maybe you feel like leveling off. Or maybe you just want to keep climbing. But you got 5 breaths to figure it out, to flirt with it, to experience it, to dwell in it, to listen to yoga instructor rambling on about all kinds of weird shit. And if you're leveled off, now how about lift arms higher than everything, flying? I think that's 5 breaths, might have been 6. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands come down to mat. Right leg is still up there. Isn't that nuts? Inhale, maybe lift it a little higher. Now here you go. As you exhale, you can just hop your left foot back, lower your right foot down. At some point, you're in plank. If you can, same exhale, lower it down with control. Inhale, catch that back bend, cobra. Exhale, chin, just let it kiss the mat as you make your way into downward. You know what, last down dog of the day, make it count. In fact, let's give our legs a little break, you know, and just give one last kiss of arm strength, shall we? So keep both feet on the mat. We're going to do 3-legged dog. Bring your right hand behind your back. You did binds like this before, right? But with the palm facing away, the back of your hand is on spine. Start to slide that son of a gun up towards between your shoulder blades to personal degree. But let's not compromise dog. Let's keep butt up high, chest down low. And now that you're here, try to kind of square things off so you're simultaneously getting a little equal amount of left arm strength, a little equal amount of right arm stretching, a little equal amount of balance, and a whole boatload of calmness. You can always come out early, but I don't want to cut you short. I don't want to take away from your experience. So how about one more big inhale? Exhale, return your right arm to down dog. And now bring your left hand around your back. Palm facing away. Just let the Back of your hand, find your spine. You notice how you don't need mirrors for any of this. Your mind's eye, your sensation, your cognition and intuition. It's called discernment. It all guides you. And just let your left hand make its way somewhere towards the back of your neck. It goes where it needs to go. It'll say, hey, right here, park. This is good. And now we're just going to balance masculine and feminine, strength and stretch, contraction, extension. And all through this, you just notice how amazing it is that my face is soft, my breath is steady, my mind is quiet, and I'm experiencing some incredible sensations. One more big inhale, fill it up. Exhale, return your hand to down dog. Let's make this one count. Inhale, tilt tailbone up, drop armpits towards ankles. Exhale, lower your knees to the mat, but bring them together. Open your ankles a little wider than your hips. And you can start walking your hands back towards your knees, towards your thighs, bringing your torso upright, sit tall spine. And now right here, even if a tall spine, you can keep your hands down if this is too much on your knees. But if it's groovy, you're all right with it. How about just put your palms on your thighs? Bring the focus of your eyes to the tip of your nose. Let eyelids be heavy. And look at the tip of your nose. Yes, you'll be cross-eyed. That sensation behind your eyes, that's called optic nerve. You're doing eye yoga. A little pressure of tongue to roof of your mouth. Begin to use your abdomen to pull breath in, not forcefully, but strongly. No aggression, but intention. Push air out. I want you to hear that sound like a scuba device, a vacuum cleaner. Ujjayi breath. Eyes focused, tip of nose, optic nerve touch. Strong breath moving. We're cooling down your nervous system. I mean, you just did boatloads activation of all these things. Now we're just chilling it out a little bit. Three more of these full, strong breaths. Dos más. Open your eyes. Come to tabletop position. If not familiar, that's just hands and knees. In hands and knees, cross your shins behind you deeply. And now just push your butt back to the mat so you're like sitting Sukhasana, easy crisscross applesauce, yeah? With that crisscross applesauce, bring the soles of your feet together, uncross the shins, let knees fall away from each other. And let's do something a little different. Bring heels out, away from your groin. You know what? Everybody's legs are different lengths. So just do it to a point where your legs make a diamond shape. In yin, that's what this is called, diamond pose. Now, you can hold the front of your ankles, or you can slide your forearms under your shins, palms up. Whatever you choose is cool. Inhale, pull your breastbone forward beyond your toes. Keep this length. Exhale, use bicep strength to pull long torso forward. Like you're bringing your face out beyond your toes. You're looking for some kind of sensation from the top of butt cheeks to kind of middle lumbar area. Yeah, you're getting hip, you're getting groin, but you're bringing low back into it. Isn't that cool? And you're going to hang here for one breath, maybe. Breathe it out, stay here. Keep this length in full inhale. Now, if you wish, exhale, round your spine and see if you can drop the top of your skull to the inner edges of your feet. For those who are there, cool. If you're not quite there, cool. If you are there, kind of say, hey, this is weird. Whose head is touching my feet? And who the hell's feet are touching my head? It's kind of interesting because we never put these parts of our body together, right? Oh, it's so sweet. Calm. Release, come on up. Now with tall back, just bring your heels in towards groin. Now, hook your big toes with your first two fingers and just lean back to balancing on sit bones and start bringing your ankles up about the same height as your knees. You're just kind of balancing in a Baddha Konasana. And when you're ready, open your legs up wide. Roll your shoulders back, lift your breastbone. And just that muscle, top of thigh, lower abdomen, kind of engage that. Let go of your toes and bring your palms together in front of you, fingers pointing away. And notice how your feet didn't move? Isn't that cool? Just how about a breath here? And then breathe out. One more breath in. Exhale it out. And your feet are right where they were, so just put your hands back where they were and hook your toes. Ooh, good. Keeping your left leg long, a little bend in your right knee. Bring your inner right ankle towards your face. Towards, probably not all the way to. We're just going to do some Robin Hood here. Turn your chest and gaze over your left leg, and on an inhale, let your right hand draw your bowstring. Breathe out right here. Inhale, torso forward, legs out wide. Engage those prior muscles and then just exhale and bring your palms together and just let your legs float out there like it ain't no thing. You can always do a little knee bend here if necessary. It's all right, but you're going to take another breath in and then breathe out. And then you can maybe even take one more breath in and then exhale, reach out and grab your feet, which are right where you left them. And the same thing, we'll be left-handed Robin Hood now. So bending left knee, bring inner left ankle towards your face. You can rotate your torso so that your gaze and your chest is pointing along your right thigh. And your right hand is holding the bow, so your left hand over inhale draws your bowstring. And like an archer, keep your left elbow lifted and just feel something there. Just open it. Breathe out. Inhale, lengthen left leg, rotate torso right back to the middle. Exhale, use your arms to bring your legs together. You might want to slide your hands up to ankles or calves. And then when you're ready, just let go. We're going to do give me a hug Navasana. Open arms wide. Torso and legs are lifting like a V shape. And you know you can bend your knees here if you need, but arms are wide. We're lifting our breastbone. Back is going to round a little bit, but not exaggerating it though, right? In just a couple breaths. And yeah, it's challenging. And things are probably shaky. And so we can just look at that. It's kind of like life. It gets a little weird. Inhale, bring hands together, about same ankle as legs. Exhale, lower everything slow, inch by inch. Woo! Now go ahead, and I know this is important. Hug both knees into your chest. run your hands down your shin bones and grab a hold of the outsides of your foot bones. Open your knees wide so they clear your chest and start to bring your ankles up over your knees. It's a happy baby. And just a little arm strength. Roll your shoulders flat to the mat and bring your knees into your armpits to personal degree. Maybe they come down an inch, maybe they come all the way. But try to leave the flesh of your sacrum flat on the mat so that we're really getting into the stalks, the undercarriage there. Now you can investigate ankle in relation to knee, the angle of the ankle and the rotation. Make some little adjustments, kind of like search. And then you find that spot, it'll go, hey, here I am. Be there for a moment. Oh, good. Good. Now you may need to move your fingers to your big toe or grab ankles. Either way is cool. Just open legs wide. Just straighten your legs. Let them open wide. We often do this seated, but now we're doing it supine. It's the same pose, just on your back. Roll shoulder blades flat to the mat. And then just use a little arm strength to decide how close to the ground you're going to bring your toes without lifting your tailbone. If the sacrum starts lifting, just back off a little bit, flatten it out, and boom, there you go. There's your spot. Beautiful. And now with the legs as straight or as bent as you like, use your arms to start bringing them together. And as you get closer together, you may need to bend knees a little bit. That's okay. It's personal. So now we're in that caterpillar, Paschimottanasana, or folded over, but on our back. Sometimes we do it standing. Sometimes we do it seated. Or now we do it supta. Keep your legs where they're at and just move your palms down to the mat by your hips. Using core strength, tricep strength, stable solid palms. Take a breath and then exhale. Just bring your toes towards the mat above your head. I said towards, they might not touch. We call plow pose. But don't worry if toes touch or not. That's not what we're looking for. We're just trying to do the exact opposite of a cobra. That's what we're looking for. And from here, try to use your palms to swiggle your arms closer to each other. Flip your palms up, bend your elbows, and bring the base of your palms to kidney. Let your torso fade away into the heels of your palms. And like leaning tower of peace. I know Iyengar wants you to have 90 degrees between back and neck. I'm encouraging you to put that angle, that fade away. And one leg at a time, just bring both your feet up towards the ceiling, to the royalty, the queen of all inversions. Shoulder stand. Most challenging, but it doesn't have the freak out effect of like a handstand or a headstand. It's gentle on neck. It's much more accessible, and you're getting all the benefits of reversing the effects of gravity on your body. You're letting all of that nutrient-rich, oxygenated blood rush down hard in your thyroid and pituitary. The pineal gland, you know, some of us understand that pineal to be the eye to see a little bit into things that we don't always see. A very quiet sight. Now, take your time. Things might have shifted while you were up here. But just bring your legs back to prior pose. Yeah. Lay your long arms flat on the mat, palms down. And use some tricep strength, some strong palms, and some core strength to roll your spine flat, one vertebrae at a time. And once the sacrum touches, keep your right knee above right chest and just lay your long left leg flat on that. Yeah. So we're hugging our right knee. We got our left leg extended out. So I think it's probably the right arm that we're going to open to the side of the room. You take a big breath in. Exhale, turn your head to the right as you pull your knee over to the left and just melt into this twist. Good. And I know these practices are going a little longer these days, and I appreciate y'all hanging out and getting patient. You know, we have a lot of stuff to touch, an entire body, 5 aspects of fitness. And, you know, this might be your only chance today, so let's not rush it. Let's just indulge in. Come on back, center. Hugging both knees so that we can make the switch. Keep your left knee in and take your right leg out straight. Lay it on down. And this left knee, so I think that's your left arm that's going to open off to the side. Take full breath in. And as you breathe out, just let your head turn to the left and bring your knee over to the right. So, yeah, the 5 aspects, the 5 areas of the physicality we're looking for. You know, we want some cardio. We want to get the heart rate and the breath moving. Oh, we're looking for some stamina. That's just strength over duration. We want some suppleness. That's flexibility. We're looking for actual strength, tone. That's the right now strength, the immediate contraction. And then some balance, right? There's 5 different things. It takes a little time because think of all the different areas of your body to apply these sort of things to. And then the whole entire time, we continue to use breath, concentration, focus of sensation to quiet the mind. You know, 70, 80, 90 minutes just doesn't even seem like it does it justice when you look at that perspective, no? Come on back, center. Hug your knees in. Now let's get one final touch to everything, just in case. I mean, we probably missed something. I think I added something extra there too. You could hold your hamstrings, or you could hold your shins, or you could even hug. Wrap your hands all the way around shins and grab elbows. You find your degree of a cannonball here, tucked in. Bring cheekbones towards your knee bones. And now we got those 3 locks. The bandhas. We start downstairs, the toilet muscles. Pull sit bones, pubic bone, tailbone. Pull them all together, but don't use your glutes. The other stuff, use that stuff. Now draw that up behind your belly button and pull your belly button in towards that point that you brought up there. And draw it all up towards your solar plexus. Tuck your chin a little bit and engage the front of your throat. Don't overdo it. We don't want to rupture anything, but just some engagement, holding energy. With all of this stuff held together, hey, pull your ears against your skull while you're at it. Hold, take deep breath in, full inhale without letting go. Now, exhale, release all that. Extend your arms and legs and let your body melt into a savasana. Oh. You are fully prepared. Yeah.
now for the first time of practice, let breath move naturally. No more focused, intentional breath. Just let the breath do what it do. Let it go. You shift all your attention to just two things. That steady buzz, that stream of sensation all over your body. And let's also devote a little attention to some gratitude streaming into your heart. I don't care what it is. You've got trillions of things to be grateful for. Just pick some of them. Fill that hole inside with something from within. And I offer to each and every one. I give you my gratitude. I give you my love. Om Shanti. Shanti. Shanti.